For this question, I'm sorry, here we have a function, a quadratic function, f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 16, and we want to find the value of f of 3 and also find the values of x which satisfies the condition that f of x equals to 16. So let's begin first with the top one, and let's evaluate this, and let's find the values of it, or find the one value of f of 3, because it's a function that's going to only have one output value when x is equal to 3. So since f of x equals to x squared minus 8x plus 16, f of 3 will simply be the substitution of 3 into the x values. So we have 3 to the second power minus 8 times 3 plus 16. So 3 to the second power, that's a total of 9. 8 times 3 is a total of 24, and we keep the minus sign, and then plus 16. So let's see what the value of this thing is. So here 9 minus 24, that's a total of negative 15. And plus 16, that equals to a total of 1. So there is your value of f when x equals 3, 1. Now the second part of this question asks us to figure out what is the value of x, or what are the values of x that satisfy the condition that f of x equals to 16. So for what value or values of x does f of x equal 16? So this right here is an equation. And the way we're going to solve this equation is by getting our function f, which is this x squared minus 8x plus 16, and setting it equal to 16. So the way we're going to solve this, because it's a quadratic equation, we cannot use inverse operation. So what we need to do is make the right side of the equation equal to 0. So I need to move this 16 to this side of the equation. And the way we're going to do that is by subtracting that 16 to both sides. So I'm going to subtract it from the right side, making that equal to 0. And I'm going to subtract it from the left side. So x squared, go back to red, x squared minus 8x. And while this also happens to be 0, 16 minus 16 does in fact also end up equaling 0. So we don't have to write plus 0. We can just leave it like this, and equals now to the right side of 0. So now that we have this, the factoring technique that we use for this type of quadratic is to use the greatest common factor. So we're simply going to factor out the common factor of x. So if I factor out the x, we're going to be left with x minus 8 in the parentheses. So I'm taking an x out of this, so that leaves me x. And I'm taking the x out of this term, leaving me only 8. And that's where this x comes from, because I'm taking it out from both of those. This is equal to 0. So by the zero product property, since these two things multiply to give me 0, that means that x is equal to 0 and x minus 8 equals to 0. So here are the two solutions. X is going to equal to the solution of 0. And here I would have to move the 8 over by adding it. So it would have to be a positive 8. So these are the values of x that satisfy the condition that f of x equals 16. I hope this video helped, and see you next time.